Check it out. The man of honor, man of many perfections. They say I'm a cool guy, the rest is lies. But in my bowl gut, I'm sensified. Look at me, what you see is success in a guy. You sexy guy, I can't classify. So test the guy, you probably get the best reply. I'm the best in my bowl.
Penetrate your mind, follow your call. Thank you so very much. Lebza, Sax and friends, thank you so much for your presence today. Thank you for everybody who is at home watching. My name is Maleh. That was Tsela Tsoeu. Of course, ke le lakaletsa tsela e ntle e kganyang for selemo sena sa 2022. I'm going to be sharing a couple of songs from my upcoming album, which drops on the 28th of February 2022. Finally, I'm so excited, and it's such a pleasure to be able to share those with you right now. This first one is titled Soka Lami. So, ke le bona le tlile le baratu ba balona. Ke kopa re o mo tshwara haufi motho wa hao, o mo jwetsa hore dali o sa e soka lami forever and ever. All right. Thank you so much. time for the last time. Say. Oh yeah, thank you so much.
No be small thing, alright? Goes.
You guys are amazing. Choir ya Maleh. It's other things to be done. All right, cool. Yeah, so this next album is titled Lerato Lak. And it's an album that really started off from a place of sadness and heartbreak and never believing in love and never believing love will ever come again. And then the grace of God and finding self-love first and foremost. In fact, finding love for the Creator first and foremost. And then understanding that love must also run deep within before you can give it out to someone else. And then finding true love. Yay! Okay, so the title of the track is Dem Say Go. It features an amazing artist by the name of Smalmani. He's from Nigeria, absolutely incredible. I worked with a producer by the name of Goldsmith, also Nigerian producer, so really lovely West African and Southern African fusion of sounds. And I hope you enjoy this one. It's titled Dem Say Go.
Maleh, smell money, homie. No be small thing, alright? Go Smith on.
Trying to get in the way of what I've been feeling. No, there's no need to lie. Your love's got me falling. No, there's no need to hide. The way you treated me goes without saying. I'll be the only queen right by your side. You got me believing this moment just can't be denied. I'm glad that you came my way. I'm hoping that you gon' stay. Cause I've been disappointed. Don't mean that you hurt me, don't mean that you do the same. I'm glad that you came my way. I'm hoping that you gon' stay. Then go run them off. I'll be feeling you anything. So say we going nowhere. Go say I love you going nowhere. No worry, I no send them. No worry, I no send them, yeah. Then go say we going nowhere. Go say I love you going nowhere. No worry, I no send them. No worry, I no send them, yeah. I don't need no man's love to define me. I don't need no man standing beside me. But you, I can give you a chance. Prove to me first that you're ready to dance. I can see in your eyes that you love me. Feel the fire in your heart when you hold me. Loving the words that I hear. Give you my hand, I got nothing to fear, yeah. You're telling me you love me. You're telling me you'll hurt me. You're treating me like gold at birth. Let me be the queen of my throne, I deserve it. I deserve it, yeah. You're telling me you love me. They're telling me you hurt me. I follow my heart to the dance floor. Love like yours is what I long for, yeah. Then so say we going nowhere. Go say I love you going nowhere. No Thank you so much. I wanna sing one of my favorite songs from my previous albums. It's titled Mo Afrika. And I really, really love that song, and it still means so much to me. Ho keteka ba Afrika, baka. Re batle, re a rateha ma Afrika.
Setso sa nneha, botho ba naha, mpho ya pina, lentswe la fihla la ntokola. Tjhebe, tjhebe, ke Mo Afrika, hey, hey, ke Mo Afrika. Tjhebe, 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 ke le kaku, ke Mo Afrika, hey, hey.
Tsa bua ka leleme la me le ha lefatshe le ka mohalo ka leqoqo la ditshomo le dipale tse ntletseng ka thuto le bohlale tsa nthuta ho mamela melodi tsa nthuta ka matla le bofokodi tsa nthuta mamello le tshwaro tsa nthuta ka thato le hlompho Sesaneha botho ba naha mpho ya pina Tsela fihla la ntokola. Tjhebe, tjhebe, ke Mo Afrika, hey, hey, ke Mo Afrika. Tjhebe, tjhebe, ke le kaku, ke Mo Afrika, hey, hey, ke Mo Afrika. Baitse motho hana thuso, baitse motho mothare monehlo. Bari mo hatelle bata butle bahai muthetze akeke a bona motho o ngana le lame le hale fatsele au ha o barute mamela le tshalela o barute ka thato le hlomba We're gonna do one more, and I'd really love it to be one of the new songs. And I think for those who stick around and stay around, we'll do one or two extras. You know, because we're all here, we might as well. But this last track that we're going to perform is titled Fire Dancer. Yeah. It's really for all the dreamers who sometimes feel like their dreams are kind of misunderstood. And you don't really get those who are around you understanding where your vision is and what it's all about. So I do hope that this track inspires you to keep hunting for that dream, you know? Yeah, keep making it happen. We're still always on the way in this journey, so fire dancer, keep on dancing.
Was a village girl, lived her life tending fields for her father. Toddy was a different girl, so misunderstood as she danced around the fire. Fire, hey, how she dreamed of the city lights, chasing dreams, watching stars in the night sky. How she dared for the city lights. She would leave, Mama go cry, but Toddy was a different girl. Yeah, Toddy was a different girl. Dance around the fire. Dance around the fire. She'd ever seen before. Naive girl looking for something more. Satellites in for free punch up. Temptations feed off of them living large. Sold the souls for the entourage. Hear the night sky hit the stars. But if she closed her eyes, she'd remember the feeling. Under the scorching sun, the voice said, keep on believing. She'd take on the streets with the sound of drums beating. 'Cause what was promised had to be worth and leaving. One more time, say dance around the fire. Thank you so very much. Thank you for this platform. I really appreciate you all. God bless you. Lerato Laka coming out very soon at Maleh_music. Thank you.
Check it out. The man of honor, man of many perfections. They say I'm a cool guy, the rest is lies. But in my bowl gut, I'm sensified. Look at me, what you see is success in a guy. You're sexy guy, I can't classify. So test the guy, you probably get the best reply. I'm the best in my bowl.
Welcome everyone once again to the edition of Lebza Sex and Friends. And with me today I've got Maleh. I'm so happy to have her on the show. She just had an awesome performance and she's going to tell us a little bit about her music and the upcoming album. So she's here with me. She'll be explaining everything to y'all. Hello.
Yay, finally.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you so much.
I'm very happy to have you on the show.
Yeah,
It was a challenge to have you on the show because I had to link up with someone that knows someone that knows Maleh. You know, that's because you're not from around here. You know, so yeah. So how's it going? How's everything?
Everything is well, man. I'm very excited to be back. Just in terms of back in the industry with a new project, first and foremost. So that's really exciting. I got the opportunity just now to perform some of the new songs from the upcoming album.
Okay.
Yeah, but other than that, God is good and He's been faithful and merciful, and we're still alive. So we must be grateful for that.
All right.
Yeah.
From house, actually from soul music, jazz, and house, how do you merge with different styles, and are you still coming out as Maleh, even though you're working with a house producer, a jazz producer, soul producer? How do you do it?
Yeah. I think I've always tried to remain very honest with myself and keep things authentic. I also started doing the music professionally from a very young age. When I was in high school, I was part of an afro-pop group. And in high school, I loved R&B, listening to R&B, and then I joined this group, and now they gave me another world of the music. Yeah, afro-pop really introduced me to the South African market specifically. And I think they taught me also how to sing in different languages. So whereas traditionally I was always writing in English,
All right.
you know, just initially I was writing in English, expressing myself in poetry through English. Then they were like, you know, isiZulu ke sena, isiXhosa ke sena. And then I tuta mono no ngola ka Sesotho as well and express myself in song ka Sesotho. So I've always tried to be true to my love for music, and I've always loved different kinds of music. And so I never, in my journey of being an artist and just this coming out of being a solo artist, I've never really boxed myself off or decided that I'm only doing a specific thing. Yeah, so I mean, people were introduced to Maleh, the South African market. Haholo was introduced to Maleh on that national level. Kapina ya Ken, DJ Ken Falling.
Yeah.
And that was a house track, and then everyone was expecting that I would release a house album, only to find that my debut album would be that Afro Soul Stepchild album.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Mo Afrika came after the...
Mo Afrika is part of, I think You Make My Heart Go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it might be between one of the first two, but it was Stepchild and it was You Make My Heart Go. Those are my first two offerings in music. So yeah, it's been a lovely journey of discovering myself as well musically, going into different genres. I've never really said I can't do that because I am this specific genre focused.
Okay, but you're originally from Lesotho, right?
Yes,
Right.
I'm born in Lesotho. Yeah. I grew up a lot in the Free State as well, so I always also call myself a Free State girl.
I remember the first time going to Lesotho, actually, there's a lot of musicians. I wasn't actually expecting to see, okay, that level of music in Lesotho, it's so amazing, but people identify you as Mo Afrika.
Yeah.
There's a lady who saw the poster of me having you here on the show, Mojo, and she started singing, I love her so much, and I'm like, but what can you tell me about the challenges? I know last year we had a hectic COVID season. As a musician, and I also want you to communicate to the people out there, what has been challenging to you through the COVID session? Because, you don't gig.
Yeah.
You hardly go to studio sessions. How did you survive that phase?
Yeah. For me, I think I was very fortunate in that was the period I was working on this album. And I think a lot more of my writing happened during the lockdown, more than in the last, since 2017. I think it was 2020 that really more pen to paper happened. And I think it's also because it was a time where, we were, emotions were heightened. It was obviously a very difficult season. And I think that's what we do as artists. We write down kind of just we kind of tell the stories of what's happening around us, and that was a difficult time for the whole world. And so
I expressed a lot of my hopes and ideas and dreams about my own future. I mean, there was a dark period where you thought like there's no life after this, and what's going to happen to the industry, particularly what are we going to do, particularly as artists. What I loved about what I was seeing is that a lot of artists came out, and a lot of these kinds of sessions happened. People were at home filming and really still doing what we are called to do as artists, which is to inspire people and to keep people's spirits uplifted. And that was really one of the most, one of the times where we saw most of the performances happening in artists' private spaces. And I did also do one of my own sessions as well in my own private space, sharing it online. So yeah, it was a very interesting time, and obviously we're all very glad to be hopefully out of the thick of it, and looking forward to things opening up a whole lot more. Yeah.
And the inspiration behind the writing, I know a lot of people would ask me, like me being a saxophonist, people would say, okay, we only play melodies and we only play songs that we understand. I've never actually written something that talks about me as Lebza, So I always wanted to ask you, what is your inspiration behind the writing of your songs? Because if you go with the lines and like Mo Afrika, you're talking about what's happening and what's so on, but what's the inspiration behind the...
to be honest with you, I mostly generally write from the place that I am in, because I know that that's how people connect, because we're all always going through kind of the same things. You can identify with my pain, you can identify with my sadness, even though you're going through it in a different way in your life. For instance, Mo Afrika, as an example of a song, I wrote it because I've sensed my distance from this beautiful language as Sesotho and from the culture and being Mosotho, but Lesotho. So I was really longing for that connection. I was saying, which is probably not even necessarily the right way to put it, but that is the only way that I knew how to express what it is that I'm trying to say. And I've also always wanted to write, particularly Sesotho, I always want to write from the place that I know how to speak it. So I never say I can't write Sesotho just because Lesotho. And and so by so doing, I encourage other young people who might feel like they are distanced from their cultures, or they feel like, hey, but maybe I never get to spend enough time there. What connection and what research you can do from where you come from is very important into understanding yourself. So I always predominantly write from the place where I'm reflecting about who I am and where I'm going and what I'm doing and what's going on in my life. This particular album is titled Lerato Laka, and it really is like the different phases of love that I went through in the period of between 2017 and 2020, from heartbreak to like a spiritual walk situation, really needing to understand and find myself in Christ. So there's some of that in the music, and then finding new love, getting married, and having a beautiful son, 2 children that I have. So it's been a really beautiful, last couple of years that have been starting from down, but really the ups and downs of life, one handling all of them as much as, as best as possible.
And the new album now, what's the title of the album? When is it coming out?
Yeah, we just loaded it. We just loaded it. I've been announcing it. I've been announcing this album forever. So I think anyone who's watching is going to be like, Maleh is just saying it to be saying it because she's been saying it. And I have, because I honestly have always just believed that it's happening, and then delays happen and things come in the way that you sometimes are not in control of. But it has been loaded, and it will be available on the 28th of February, 2022. That is the official date. Finally, it is happening.
Thank you so much, Maleh, for being on the show.
Thank you.
And thank you for honoring us with your presence. I'm so happy.
Thank you.
I think I'm going to jump Boma tomorrow, not today. Thank you so much. Lebza Sax and friends, please subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and on Facebook. The show will be there. Thank you so much to Bogart. Thank you so much for the crew for coming out. And Maleh will be there for the interview on next week, Friday. So please do check it out. Check out Bogart Radio. And thank you so much for Twin Musia with Veldskoen. And thank you to all the brands that are involved. And thank you to the team. Thank you to everyone. See you next time on the show.
Can I answer before we clear?
Okay.
Cool. Alright, cool. Subscribe to.
Yeah, I'll do it. You'll make me forget how bua.
Okay. Alright, let's do the things.
Are you
In
ready?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.